Hey, this is Tim here. Hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Um, I'm in the mood to make a video on Solidworks Motion. Um, I had a pal ask me for some help with an animation and some motion of a conveyor system, a quite sophisticated conveyor system. And to be quite honest with you, um, I'd be weak enough at motion systems. To be quite honest with you, I had a whole lot of time for them because they're a little bit specialized, and your typical engineering company is not going to need you to do a motion study on an assembly because I've never done it, in all the years I've been doing it. But I do think the animation is kind of useful because, whenever you have a customer and you want to show them the actual operation or the mechanism running, you could show them a nice video. So look, I'm sure there's lots of reasons for it. Anyway, I'm going to show you an animation I've been kind of playing around with. And before I do that, I'm going to show you a video of let me just show you this here. So this is something that we're working on. It's called a low-cost mechatronics trainer, and this is a big hopper full of skittles. And basically, this is full of skittles, and the gravity will feed them into this T joint or connector, whatever it's called. We have a motor that drives a shaft, that drives an auger that basically just pushes these skittles into the black cup, and that's it. I can actually show you it running. There, I got from Home Depot. So I said to myself, I wonder, can Solidworks Motion actually do this? Because there's quite a few things going on. You have contacts, you have gravity, you have a screw going. It has to push them out. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think the motion analysis or the basic motion add-on would be able to handle this. To me, that's just, it shows you what I know. So, I'm pretty. So anyway, let me just show you. What am I trying? Stop talking shite now. I'm going to give you this assembly. I'm going to give you the download link, but this is a much more scaled back assembly of the thing that you saw. We have a much more detailed assembly, and one of the things that you need, I think you need to really simplify the hell out of your assemblies if you want to do this motion study stuff. I think if you've got a pretty powerful computer, it won't make a difference, but I could be wrong about that. So I'll give you. Oh, don't be like that. Hold on a second. Let's just do this. Change transparency. All right. So we have the hopper. We have all these balls. We have the T. We have the screw, and so on. I'm just going to give you this assembly. Now, one thing I actually did, and I'd never done this before, is I created a single ball, and I did a linear component pattern, and I patterned a load of these balls. And then what you can actually do is whenever you have a linear component pattern, if you try and move one of those balls, it's not going to move because it's locked into that linear component pattern. So what you can do is you can come down the bottom here and right click on it, and it's called dissolve linear component pattern. What you can do is break it up, and then all of your pattern turns into a single entity. So so why am I doing this? We have the design already done. I'm kind of going back to front. I wanted to practice. I think my feeling was if SolidWorks can model this, then it can really model anything. If it can model the motion study, then it can do anything. So there's a couple of things I have done first. Everything is fixed apart from these balls, okay, these little balls, and then this motor here. It has its concentric mate, and that's it. And this should be fixed. Good. Okay. So that's the first thing. Now, what you're going to do is you have your model and then you have your motion study. So I'm going to click on motion study, and this is your timeline. And then this looks like your normal assembly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this from animation to basic motion. Now, what's the difference between animation and basic motion? If I had to guess, if you're just trying to do if you're just trying to move components and rotate and zoom in and out and record that, you'd use the animation. If you're trying to use gravity and springs and motors and stuff like that, you're going to use basic motion. Now, I'm using the Solidworks Student Edition, and that's all I have. I don't have those extra add-ons. Like, I don't have Solidworks. I think the add-on is actually called Motion. So I can go in here, add ins, and that's all I have. So the computers in your labs, or if you have the Solidworks Educational Edition, you might have the Solidworks Motion, which is a little bit more complicated. This is a good place to start. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is we have motor, spring, contact, gravity, and then the motion studies properties. So I'm going to start with motor, and I'm just going to click on this semicircle. Is it going to highlight it? Lovely. It gives me the direction, and I have the speed. I'm just going to leave that as 100 RPM. I'm going to go OK. Alright, now this, what the hell is this called? It's called key point time. Right now, the length of my simulation is 5 seconds. I could always drag this out. I can make it 8 seconds if I want to, whatever. And then, what's the next thing? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on gravity. Now, I have standard units put in here. I think 340 is, maybe it's not. I don't know what is 9.8 meters a second in American. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. Let's go hit the Y. It actually might matter later, so we can always go back and change it. Let's click on the Y, and you can see there we're going in the right direction. So that controls gravity. If we had gravity going in this direction, what's going to happen is the balls are all going to zoom up in the air. So let's just flip that direction down. And let's go OK. So we have gravity, we have the motor, and the last thing I need to do is if I run, look, let's just run it. If I hit this button here and I hit calculate, okay, what it does is it turns the motor, and what just happened there, let's just stop this, and let's hit play from start. Let's turn our speed down and hit play from start. Now what happens is it just went straight, gravity did its job, it went straight through. Anything that's fixed doesn't move, and the balls just went straight through our gizmo. So let's change that transparency. Right, so what we need to do now is I need to move this time back to 0. I need to click on, what's up buddy? So now I need to go contact. I could do this 2 different ways. I can use something called contact groups. And this is the contact between items in the same group is ignored. And I'm going to show you the difference between the two. We're going to use contact groups for the first one. What I'm going to do is these are all going to be one contact group. All right, we don't really care about the interplay between these parts. And then this group is going to be a contact. Why can't I select those lads? Why not? Don't be a pain. Can I do this? No. Right, let's do this. I don't have to select them all. Let's turn this off. Let's try that again. Use contact groups. Maybe let's just select all of these guys first. That'll do the job. Lovely. And then we'll do this group as a contact group. Alright, so let's go OK. Now, okay, let's turn on the it's not going to make much of a difference, but anyway, let's make that, change the transparency of that, change the transparency of that. Now, if I run this thing, is it going to, I have to hit calculate. The playback speed or frames per second settings for this mostly will result in a poor performance. Would you like these settings adjusted for better playback? I'm just going to go yes. I'm amazed that actually worked correctly the first time. That's pretty impressive. What you'll kind of see what's happening now is those balls are starting to take the same space in space, and they're not colliding with each other like they're supposed to. Now what we'll do is we'll stop this, and let me just turn on 150 frames per second geometry. Leave them at low. I'll go OK. So what I need to do is I need to go back here. So what do you think I need to do? I'm not adding a new one. I'm going to right click on solid body contact. I'm not going to use contact groups, and I'm just going to include everything as its own contact. And what this is going to do is the balls are going to have to, the Solidworks computational physics algorithm is going to have to take each individual ball into consideration, as well as the interplay between all of the parts. My brain is tired. Alright, so let's go OK. Now, if I hit the space bar and I look at this from the side, what I think is going to happen if I turn this on to change that transparency, if I hit calculate, it moves it back to this angle. Now what I can do is, oh yeah, something's going to go crazy there. Let's go back. Let's hit the space bar. I just hit the wrong key, F6. That's my selection filter. Can we turn it off? There we go, good. Hit the space bar. Let's look at this dead on. Can I turn this to be transparent? Lovely. I'm going to go all the way up to orientation and camera views. I'm going to right click here and I'm going to go replace key. I just remember that from doing this work a long time ago. Change this to be point. This is your speed here, and I'm going to hit calculate. Interesting. Whoa. Lord, that's not right. Okay. So let's stop that and let's run it and let's see what happens. It goes nuts. Right, that's obviously not right. So let's bring this back here, and if I grab this, why is all that moving? Now if I go into solid body contact, it looks like we're taking everything into consideration. What can I do? Frames per second. Now what happens if I 60 frames per second? Is that going to help when I bump this up? Just goes nuts here. Whew. And what's this red indicate? Yeah, look at that. Right, that's not right. We have the rotary motion, the gravity, the solid body contact. I'm going to bump this up here to very, very high. Geometry accuracy very, very high. I'm going to go OK. Let's change the speed to be a little bit faster. I don't know if that's going. That's just the playback speed. I don't know that has to do with it. I'm going to calculate. Something's wrong. That's not right. Oh, let me scratch my back here. Alright. Yeah. What's the problem? Let's take down the speed. Let's run it from the start. That doesn't make any sense. Something's wrong with the contacts. Let's delete this. This our original solid contact, and let's do this. Contact. I'm going to have just this piece and that piece and this piece. Now can I select all of these? Lovely. This worked for me last night. And let's go OK. And let's run it. Oh yeah. That makes sense. I like that. Okay. So does the precedence of the contacts make a difference? Well, let's add a few more. Let's add that. Let's add this. Let's add that, and let's add this. And let's run it again. Oh, damn it! That's crazy. This makes sense. Okay. Now, do I need to add these guys to the top? If I... Yeah, let's do this. Let's delete all of that. And let's go contact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then let's grab all of these. Maybe the order is important. And then let's go OK. No, don't do that. Ah, damn you. Why? What else? Part of me wants to remove a lot of those balls and try that. Frames per second. 3D contact resolution. Maybe, I don't know, let's drop this maybe. And let's go OK. That actually did it. That's funny. Why isn't my motor turning? That's funny. There you go. Oh, suck. Interesting. Oh yeah. Okay, let's try this. 3D contact resolution. Let's bump it up a little bit. Animation. What's this animation about? Frames per second. Basic motion. Okay. Run it from the start. That's not working. Alright, let's try this. Give it a little bit. When I was running this last night, I actually got it to work. I'm going to let up on the gravity a little bit and maybe make this 100 inch squared per second, and let's rerun it. That looks, there you go. Yeah, that's awesome. It's going nuts. Yeah. Let's do this. This is pretty cool. Just goes crazy. Now let's do this. Let's right click here. Let's beef this up a little bit. Let's make this, I don't know, 150 RPM. I don't know what else we can do here. If we bump this up a little bit. So I suppose what am I trying to tell you? You're going to have to adjust these things here. 60 frames per second. That's a lot. Maybe always decrease your gravity, and we can slightly increase it if you want to. For the sake of creating an animation, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. See, it's getting caught up there. It's funny. Interesting. What happens if I make the speed here 1? What else do I? Can I increase this 3D contact resolution? Let's decrease the gravity. Let's make this 70. Let's rerun it. Useless. It's no good. I'm going to pause this and see if I can figure it out. So this is what I'm thinking. If I increase the gravity to, like, say 300 inch per second, what happens is all the balls come crashing down on top of this and bung this up, and then you have this. The algorithm just doesn't know what to do. What could I do if I let the gravity? What happens is if I let the gravity be very, very low, what happens is once it gets down to here, it doesn't clear out of this slot quickly enough. So what do I need to do? I need to make the gravity lower, and I need to make the speed of this slow, and then maybe I need to open that opening up a little bit. You kind of have to help it out. So let's do this. Let's make the gravity 100. Let's go with the speed of the motor. Let's make this 50. And let's see what that does. See, this goes nuts here. It gets bogged down, and then it just goes. It's just going to explode. Yeah, let's see this will work. So if I really decrease the gravity, what's that going to do? Let's make it 20. And let's run it. Yeah, there's just too many balls. Interesting. I don't know how I got this to work. Um, this up a little bit higher. I can't remember. So what's happening there? The gravity's too high. It's like this design just can't handle it, or this. Drawing a blank here, to be honest. I had a 12-inch sub from Subway, and I think it's going to my head. Geometry accuracy. Yeah, we don't need to do this. What can we do? Let's increase this cutout. Okay. Let's make. Come on now. Oh, let's do this. 1.25. That'll do. Yeah, no, let's do this. Let's make this 1.375. There we go. Let's increase gravity. Yeah, that's going to bog. It's going to get bogged down here then. Yep. Let's just give it 200. What's going on with that speed of the motor? What happens if I make this 200? This just goes nuts. Boom. Okay. Let's try. Am I driving it the right way though? Or does it need to be going the other way? Let's see. This. Oh Lord. Not happy. Let's run it and see. Okay. Go on. There you go. There you go. Should I? Oh, you bastard. It's going the wrong way now. What's going on? Pushing it. Here we go. Boom. What the fuck happened here? No way. Alright. I'm not giving up. Let's give this a bit more speed. Stop. Why is there different? Oh, I know it's going in different directions. Rotary motion on. Oh, this is yeah. On. Interesting. Delete. Delete. Oh, I see. I'm doing wrong here. Delete. Delete. It's doing what I told it to do. Now, what's this? What is that all about? Now, if I go back to here and I go, brings back to the very start. See, I think it's going right. It's going the wrong way now, so let's flip that. Okay. And let's run it. Okay, that's not right. No way. Okay, that's good. Well, let's try that again. Bring it back to the start. Let's flip it now. Let's run it again. No. Just too many balls. I got this thing to work. Alright, let's delete some of them. Let's delete 100 of them. That's lame. It works. It's gonna work. Of course it is. Lame. Yep. Okay, let's undo what I just did there. Let's make this a lot smaller. Let's start it again. No. So there's just too many balls at one time. It's overloaded here. What can we do? It's at an angle. If we substantially decrease that gravity, let's make that, I don't know, 5 then. Yeah, it's gonna go nuts here. Crazy, huh? I don't know. I'll leave it. I might leave it open to you guys. See who can get the optimum settings. I don't know what it is. I got this working really nice last night, and I deleted my motion study. That's why it says motion study 2. I bumped those up. That's the last thing I can think of. There's just too much going on here. Yeah. What we can do is let's get rid of some of the balls. Yeah, I don't know. Rotary motor. Let's put the gravity back to what it's supposed to, which is 300. Rotary motor. Let's make that. Let's leave it the way it is there. Let's go to 250 all the way down. Let's get rid of 100 of them. That's too many. Let's see if we can get rid of this. A few. Let's get rid of 50 even. Alright, let's run it. Going backwards. I wonder what this red. It probably means that the algorithm is just going nuts. Doesn't know what to do. Let's bring it back and have. Let's get rid of a few more. Go on, let's change the gravity. Right, that's not working. Let's bring these logs back to 6. Try it again. There you go. Ah, jeepers. Yeah, it sucks. Now, why isn't that motor running? Is it just... Yeah. Doesn't seem to be doing much. Yeah, this is just, it's way too much going on there. We gotta bring this gravity down 50. And then it has half a chance. Still not. It just gets bunged up right there. 40. If this doesn't work, I'm going to remove some more balls. Actually gets through. There you go. That's going to work. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now what can I do if I want to save the animation? I don't think I need all of that aspect ratio. Can I use the camera? Let's go 1000 by 1000. I don't need all of that. Width. Let's make this 750. Oh, go back. Let's try it again. 750. 1000. That's. I don't think I need all of that. What's this? This is. Let's make this 750. No. That'll have to do. What can we do? That was 1000. What happens if I make this 1000? No. 7. What happens if I make this 600 then? Alright, I don't need all that extra shite on the sides. And time range, frames per second. What happens if I make that 30? Let's save. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a bit all over the place today now. I thought this would be a little bit easier. I used to teach some SolidWorks motion in an advanced SolidWorks class. I took it out because everyone was just getting totally different results. But in fairness, this is a motion study that comes free with SolidWorks, and I've been able to kind of get this thing to work. Do you know what I mean? It's for me. To me, you have got gravity, contacts, the motor. I think it's quite impressive. So you can definitely using this animation, you could definitely communicate to a customer what you're trying to do. So that's it. I hope I'll give you a link for the assembly if you want to do this. But yeah, apologies that it was a little bit finicky. So that's it. Have a good break, and I'll see you in 2018. There we go. That should be it. Now, let's have a look at this video. For Christ's sake. That's funny, isn't it? Useless.